Enoch Emetam was born with abnormality in his motor function. It is called cerebral palsy. 20 other children here have the same condition. They find it difficult to control and move their body parts.
When you have a child that is supposed to overcome the milestone, as in maybe for a boy, 4 months, should gain leg control, sit, start walking before 1 or after 1, and that is not happening. So of course it needs to be challenging.
There are different types of cerebral palsy with varying degrees of severity, and the symptoms manifest differently for every child. The symptoms range from speech impairment, auditory impairment, swallowing disorders, lethargy, cognitive delay, blindness or coma, depending on the level of severity. This can really pose a challenge for parents and members of the sufferer's family, as is the case for Noye, the adoptive mother of Zimozer, who discovered that it was impossible to run a business while caring for her ailing daughter.
I felt she needed more attention that she was being given, and it was affecting my work. I have to at home go and pick her. I didn't have a house help, so she was at home with me. I had somebody managing her, come home, work with her every other day for 1 hour or so. But here, that thing is enough.
Studies show that cerebral palsy is prenatal. It simply has to do with what happens during pregnancy.
Specialists told us that embryo or fetus is always vulnerable at the first 6 months of pregnancy. What a pregnant mother does during this period is therefore very important. Having an infection, low blood pressure, or taking unprescribed medication can increase the risk of the baby being born with cerebral palsy.
Intervention has to be early. By the time a baby's whole skin is yellow and is not sucking, the damage has occurred. I must say something, cerebral palsy has no cure.
It is, however, relieving to know that the story does not always end in doom, as 32-year-old Adetukumbo is a survivor who defied the condition to pursue academic glory and is today a holder of a master's degree, is married and blessed with a healthy child.
I can tell you that my mother worked very hard. It wasn't easy. But what I would say is that they have to love their children. They have to show love to their children and work hard at it.
Her major challenge, however, is how the society responds to her.
Nigerians stare a lot. You go outside and you're trying to go somewhere and you feel people staring at you because you have a disability. The question is, if you were not going to fall before, you could actually fall. I could fall because I'm so aware of the number of people that are staring at me. I am very, very scared to access public institutions like the banks because I'm like, oh, does this bank have stairs? And the funny thing is that even if they will have stairs, they don't have railing. Why don't they have ramps? Are we saying that people with disabilities are not supposed to access banks, are not supposed to go to markets, are not supposed to go to hospitals? Is that what we're saying?
At this center, physiotherapists employ therapists to make life easier for these children.
Physiotherapy is always targeted at addressing the issues with motor development, helping the children realize their potentials and in terms of their motor development, developing motor skills, basic motor skills like neck control, trunk control, acquiring sitting skills, acquiring standing skills, acquiring walking skills. So to summarize it, my job here is to help the children develop these skills.
But the center is expensive to run, to say the least.
We depend on support from well-meaning individuals that actually believe in the vision of the center. So we actually solicit for funds from individuals, well-meaning Nigerians that believe in the vision of the center.
In the final analysis, the onus lies on mothers to do what is right when they are pregnant. They must protect the unborn baby, and whatever happens, never give up on the child born with a challenge. Wendy Agbo, TVC News, Lagos.